Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Walk the Dogcast with Matt Mullins. This is episode 18, and we're here. 18. Hey, are you kidding me right now? That's like 4 months straight.
Bro, time flies when you're having a good time.
We are crushing it, walking it. Um,
Um,
Go
oh,
ahead.
dude, I had a sponsor, but I just forgot it.
Well, that's really important to keep the show alive. So if you could think about that for a second.
Yeah, let's think about that.
Yeah. And I'll set us up here. So every week, we like to start off the week with a little blind five or some sort of game to have fun with each other. We did some bourbons last week. I ranked blind bourbons. This week, Matt is going to be ranking ice cream flavors
Let's ride. Oh,
blind.
we do have a sponsor.
And it's always important that we do get this sponsored. So if you're interested in sponsoring the Blind Five, let us know. Just reach out. Rates are very reasonable. And if he didn't have one, this is Masters Week, so everything's sponsored by the Masters.
Oh, dude, we got to talk about that first of all. But anyway, Chef Joe is sponsoring this week's podcast. He is looking for a glitch, very specific here. I don't, we can talk about that afterwards. Reverse Rainbow Road AL6 Afterlife. He is requesting that to be a glitch. I don't know why. Maybe there were only glitches. I don't remember the run. Afterlife has good QC, so I couldn't see that being an issue.
Maybe it's just a pricing thing, or maybe it gets him over the hump right away of just I'm winging this thing. Have you seen his Unicorn Storm? Or he's not Unicorn Storm, Unicorn Fade loadout?
No.
Oh my gosh, like
Is it beat?
it's beat.
When he first came into the community, I messaged him wanting his Caribbean Sea loadout, and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna die with that thing." And I was like, "I like you, Joe. At least you know, dude. Like, at least you
Egypt,
know."
Egyptian tomb style, right? Like how many can you take with you?
That's right.
Okay. Thank you, Chef Joe, for sponsoring the pod, The Blind Five. Matt,
All right.
Blind Five. And there's no other way for me to start it than with vanilla.
Number two.
Number two. So he's a big vanilla fan that already lets me know where these next choices are going. Um,
I'm
but
so basic bitch on ice cream.
what about everything else too, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. To be
You like
honest,
that? You
except
like a pumpkin spice latte?
I know my wife loves it though. I like a pumpkin pie though.
All right.
Put the whole bucket of whipped cream on top of the pumpkin pie. That's what's missing out of the coffee.
Yeah, a homemade whipped cream or ice cream. You go ice cream?
No, we were too poor to do homemade, and then we didn't do ice cream.
Well, isn't homemade cheaper?
Maybe depends. I feel like
But
in the gross household, it would probably have some like complexities added that would make it more
no.
expensive.
In the prior household, Mama Gross made everything. She was a homemaker. She was awesome. My
That's
household,
awesome.
my kids do tweet tweet and they get a little squirt out of the Ready Whip can, like little baby birds. Yeah.
Oh, we've been there, bro.
And then they'll steal the can and they don't realize that you have to flip it over, so bad things happen when they're
Who doesn't love vanilla ice cream though? I mean, could you put that past one or two? I don't, maybe three.
Well, the blind aspect makes it hard, right? Because you want to be safe. You know that's a staple. You can give me a
I can eat
vanilla ice cream,
vanilla
I'm
ice
happy.
cream every
Uh,
day.
so number two here on the list now. I'm going to stray away from the basic. I'm not going to just go chocolate. I'm going to go Rocky Road.
I love Rocky Road, but I'm still gonna put it at four because I don't know what's coming. Like
It's
I
that
have
chocolate
a,
base, right?
it's, oh, I thought it was chocolate and vanilla base.
No, it's chocolate base, and then you got like the caramel marshmallow swirl stuff in
Oh yeah, good stuff.
it. Marshmallow and nuts usually.
Mm, that's what
All
she
right, number
said.
four. I can respect that. Number three, cookies and cream.
Five.
Are you kidding me?
I
I
don't.
would have bet my needler on this being your number one after hearing vanilla was two. Like,
Why am I just now noticing that? Did you just get that?
No, I've had that for like 2, 3 years, dude.
I think a future episode should just be us taking that down and talking about it for 30 minutes.
Yeah, seeing how it works. I haven't never
Yeah.
shot it.
Dude, that'd be fun.
Okay, so cookies and cream. Really? Five.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with this then. Mint chocolate
Uh,
chip.
I guess number two.
Well, that's where vanilla's at, so.
Oh, number three then. Do I have three left?
Yeah, so number one.
Orange sherbet is what I'm hopeful for.
Well, orange sherbet's not an ice cream, so.
That's not an ice cream.
No, it's a sherbet. What do you expect out of that?
I thought sherbet and ice cream. I thought sherbet was like Spanish for ice cream or like a different language at
No, it's
least.
like juice, frozen like juice. I don't know.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
but this one's going to throw you. It's a little bit of a curveball, but I think you'll be fine with it. Neapolitan.
Is that vanilla and chocolate mixed together?
That's when you get the whatever it is, a quart, and it's 1/3 vanilla, 1/3 strawberry, 1/3 chocolate.
Roll Tide. I'm happy with that at one, dude. That sounds
All right.
perfect.
So what were you hoping for? A butter pecan or something?
Oh, I do love butter pecan, yeah, but bro, I don't know. People probably think I'm big because I eat a lot of sweets. I don't.
No.
I like meat, but I'm big because my sodies.
Yeah, I mean it's not like the usually I would say from my experience, it's not just the type of food you eat, it's the volume,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Like if you just ate crap but you ate small amounts of it, you're gonna be fine.
yeah.
Um, but no, I like to eat often.
That's fair, bro. Ice cream is one of those things. Well, especially since we've had small kids. If I eat ice cream now, they gotta have it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be able to put them to sleep? Probably not.
Well, we get it all the time because the kids and mom want it. So,
Well,
um,
if mom wants it, let's have it.
yeah, we probably get ice cream once a week.
Like,
Um,
go out and get it.
yeah, I don't
That's a
really
good
actually have
family
that much ice cream in
tradition.
the house, but we go to our local spot.
That's a good family tradition.
It,
We
it,
might
it
start
always
adding
ends in
that.
chaos, though. It's never like this happy and joyful ice cream experience.
Bro, I love my kids and
Somebody's crying.
I've never met your kids before, but they look like the sweetest little babies. But let me just tell you, every time we leave the house with our kids, it's a disaster.
Yeah,
So just trying our best, dude, and that's all we can
yeah.
really do.
You do all this stuff. It's supposed to be awesome, and always something doesn't go as should.
Bro, it's like events too. Like you want to take them to this special event or do something like the Blippy Live or Danny Go or something like that, and then you get there and it's a complete shitstorm. So
Or get in there, or yeah, yep, something.
it
Yeah,
sucks. Your heart's in the right place. You want to have fun with them, but then it overstimulates them and they're freaking out. They're screaming.
no, I'm already screaming on the inside because I got to go to Blippy Live.
Bro, I enjoyed Blippy Live. I wish we could have went and saw Danny Go, bro. Good stuff.
All right, so
What are we talking about?
yeah, what you got? It's every other week, so you're setting up the table today.
Oh boy. Um,
Masters?
Masters. Oh yes. So I've been seeing this menu go around.
Ooh.
Have you seen the menu for Masters?
I love the menu for the Masters, and some of you know, some of you don't know. I went to high school with and played golf with now a PGA Tour member. So when I played golf with him last summer, I was like, "Hey, if you get into the Masters, like maybe the second or third year, can I get those Masters tickets?" And so hopefully I'll be going to the Masters at some point if he can squeak in there. He just was outside the top 50 this year.
Bro, I hope that works
But
out.
give me the egg salad. Give me the
Wow.
barbecue pork sandwich. Give me that peach ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, which is only like well, that's the whole point of me bringing this up. Like the most expensive item you've brought up so far is like $3.
Yeah, I think like the most expensive thing like is a beer for $3 too. Like and soda and water, they're all $2 or $3. Everything there is reasonable and awesome, and it's also I don't know
Why?
it's a whole different environment. You don't get to
Getting
pick your
into
moment.
Augusta is not that cheap.
I don't know how much tickets are. You have to win a lottery or know someone that has the tickets to give you. Um, and then you can't take your phone in, and so you go back in time. You like make notes with people where to meet. Like, hey, we're gonna meet on 16 at 4 o'clock, and that's like how life used to be, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
But I think it's just a I don't know, it's a little something else that you don't experience anywhere in the universe, kind of.
Yeah, I mean Sam's Club prices or Costco prices for food. You see what I'm saying? Like I just was shocked. Where else can you go get a club sandwich for $3? And beers really were five, but still go
I
to
mean, I didn't go down the whole list.
yeah,
Um,
go to any sporting event and find a $5 beer.
but I think you can order the whole menu for like $32.
Yeah, and it's not a small menu.
But
That's I
so
thought that
that's
was
what has you
incredible.
intrigued is just the food menu.
Yeah, well, that, and I hope we can watch the Masters. I know you've been busting your butt beginning to end. Last year we or you live
Did
streamed
I?
it. We all just got to hang out.
I'm definitely like if I can, I'm gonna throw it back up today. Um, did I do it on Twitch or YouTube last year that
You
didn't get
did it
kicked
on
off?
YouTube, and we had people coming in. It was
It was
crazy
crazy.
the amount of people that were watching you test yo-yos.
And yeah, the amount of people telling me, could you be quiet, turn up the volume, and can you make the other screen bigger? And I remember the saving like the end towards the end, like all the yo-yo people went crazy because they were like, "Oh, can you make the whatever bigger?
Make the
So and
golf
so just
smaller.
came on." And I go, "How about this? We're just gonna go full screen yo-yo."
That's right. That's right. No, I mean, dude, it was fun last year. I hope you do that. Is the Masters happening right now or is it next week?
Yes, no, it's happening right now. We're filming it.
Wow.
I'm missing Masters coverage.
Oh wow.
Um,
Well, hey, we'll get you to it, brother. We'll get you to
we
it.
but yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna go because I just printed off 81 shipping labels. So that kind of gives you an idea where we're at today. Um, I'm not that face. I mean, look, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful that people enjoy my product, that I've been able to create something that people enjoy it, that as much as I enjoy it, they enjoy it. I get great enjoyment from people saying that they appreciate what I'm making, what I'm shipping. Um, that's pretty special, honestly. Just that fact that people enjoy something that you're selling. But I don't know if you want to, that's a little transition point unless you got something else to say there.
No, transition, my friend.
Yeah, lucky to be here, right? You see businesses go out of business all the time.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about RCS?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hate to see any yo-yo company go under, right? I mean, just hate to. Uh,
And I'll mention something on this. Like people will think like when you see a competitor go out of business, like anybody in the yo-yo space is so small, anybody can be a competitor. But it's really, to me, I, I welcome more brands because I'm in the boat that the more people advertising and promoting yo-yo, the more people come back or come into yo-yo, which leads to more customers.
Absolutely.
And I'm in the boat that you're not taking a customer from a different brand. Most of my customers also buy other brands. So it's really just if anybody else is out there putting in work, bringing in more people into yo-yo, that's going to benefit us all. So to me, it
Yeah.
stinks, and a lot of the things that he that were laid out are true. Like you have to put 100% effort into this if you want it to be worthwhile. So you'll see a lot of small brands come in, make a couple yo-yos, and it's fun to make a couple yo-yos, but then you realize like if you want to get anything back out of this, um, the amount of time and effort to make it worth your while is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Which
I
I
think
think
about
could
the
be anything.
players too. I mean, I think about all the players who Rain City Skills supported. I'm definitely praying for them and I hope the best for them.
Yeah, Waylon's in Ohio that I think did a lot of their shipping.
Yeah.
I hung out with him multiple times. He came up to my house before he was managing a lot of their stuff. We used to do like Kendama yo-yo meets that were fun, but I don't know really much else of their team, or I don't know that much, honestly, directly about RCS. They were kind of in a niche of weird yo-yos. So that makes it even harder. Yo-yo's a small niche, and then if you
That's
niche
what they
down,
enjoyed making, I think.
which if you don't enjoy what you're making, and I speak to this all the time, it's not worth it, and it's hard to advertise and promote because you're selling something that you don't believe in or love. Like, and that's why
Right.
so many yo-yos that G2 makes are directly related to what I like personally.
They had so Waylon, I got to hang out with Waylon at Worlds, me and Dabs did, and he let us play their big duck or whatever, or the duck or whatever they call it. So that was
The
fun. And
mongoose
then
or goose? Is a goose a big duck?
I hope not. Um, and then they had Bailey Main, who was from one of the Carolinas over there on their team. That was really good. And of course, everybody knows Yo-Yo Fox. He was on there. So, and I'm sure there's 50 other players out there that I don't know, and I'm sorry, but I hope y'all all go on to do awesome things.
Yeah,
A lot of people have lost their first sponsor. Just keep that in mind.
I don't know
I
where
mean,
you're
really, like I'm being serious. Think about it historically through
this.
Yo-Yo.
Okay, this is actually a really good point because so many people like there's
I,
tiers to sponsorship,
I
right?
did not mean that as a slight at all in our sponsorship. I'm talking in the history of Yo-Yo.
Yeah,
I saw
I'm
you
Matt's
crack a
first
smile.
sponsor, so he's thinking about the demise of G2. He's going to be around longer than G2 Jake. But no, what I pulled out of that, and it might not be related to what you're saying, but a lot of the time it is like it's tiered. Sponsorship is tiered, and it starts out with you can get sponsored by one of those startups I was talking about that makes two or three yo-yos, and then they're like, hey, this is I've got a real job now, and the amount of time and effort I have to put into this to make it work at all is not worth it. Especially like if you have another job and a family, it's incredibly hard.
For sure.
You- I was lucky enough I stuck through it long enough, and but it's person by person basis, and I just loved the process of it. So a lot of those companies are people's first sponsors because when you're not quite ready for the higher tier, like big brand, they do it as a job sponsorship, we'll say. Um, those smaller companies are looking for people to promote, and that's kind of where they start, right? And it's kind of
Absolutely.
and some players might see it as a stepping stone, or it's just unfortunate that your first sponsorship is usually a small brand. Then I don't know the percentage of small brands that how long they continue. Like, what's the average lifespan of a yo-yo company? I don't know.
I I don't know. What's the average span for a sponsored player? I think that's something we should question as well.
Yeah, like that's interesting too. People do ask me like a little bit about like what happens when they stop yo-yoing. I'm like nothing. If they come back to yo-yoing, like Jesse posted a couple tricks like last week, and then he had
I
like
saw.
just wild stuff, just so different. But
Well,
he had posted something I want to say 6 months ago, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude? Hey, what's your current address?" And I just sent him a couple yo-yos. Like, there's no ex. I'm very different. There's no expectation. So for Matt to do this consistently is incredible, but there's no expectation for anybody on G2. Like, I don't expect you to make a post every week. I don't expect you to share when I have drops. I don't want you to feel like a salesman. I want to support you in your yo-yoing. And that's a little bit different across the board from what, like, to run it as a business with sponsored player, and you're giving out whatever it is, $1,500 worth of product to that player throughout the year. You, on your end, you're expecting, hey, am I getting $1,500 worth of return as a business?
sure.
And I just kind of, that's how it started. I started with it and thought about it, and then I just threw it out the window and thought more of this is too much work, too much stress. Whatever they want to do, if they're doing stuff, I'll reward them with yo-yos basically, and help them to whatever they want to do in the yo-yo space. But I don't want them to feel like a salesman.
Well, and that's not really what I meant. I'm sorry. I was talking like think like Steve Brown. I mean, he started with Duncan. I mean, he left. I mean, we can name other people, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I wasn't really thinking too much about play. Yeah, players, like I said, the stepping stone. Players do leave.
John Higby. I mean, he was on Playmax in the beginning, back in the '90s before Playmax was huge. So think about how much of a gamble he took joining that squad.
I forget what team Brad was on. Mediocre.
I don't.
He was
Uh
on a team in the 90s.
oh, really? Was
Yeah,
it Team
so
High Performance?
maybe so unrelated. Mark him down for a spotlight and ask him about
I
that.
already
That would
know.
be awesome. Like outside of his museum, his history in yo-yo.
I keep forgetting about him. I need to hit him up. That's
As
on
I
me.
just said, I don't expect anything from sponsored players. I'm giving Matt more work.
Matt hangs out.
Well, yeah, hopefully it doesn't feel like work. The work part is hopefully not huge with the editing and scheduling, but the half an hour you get to spend with him, I think is pretty cool.
I think if people knew
He
how
made this
much I
little guy.
wanted to have these conversations with you sooner, I think they would be shocked.
Yeah.
So, I think it always felt right. Why not me and you just turn the camera on and talk business? And I don't mean business. Let's talk the industry.
Yeah.
Rain City Skills. It sucks that you're going to be gone. Did I particularly enjoy your yo-yos? No. But they weren't made for me. They weren't made for you. They weren't made for They were made for a niche group, and that niche group sold the piss out of them. So good on you, Fox. Good on you, Bailey Maine. Good on you, Waylon. Dude, y'all ran the ship for a long time. You made it a lot longer than a lot of other companies did. And if you do come back, I hope you kill it.
I got nothing else to say on that.
Perfect.
I think you ended it.
Perfect.
Um, yeah, packed week here, huh? You excited for that
Bro,
1.5?
bro, you've been shipping yo-yos every day. Yeah, I've been watching my email, waiting for that shipping notification
Well,
like a hawk.
I got to get you your workhorse,
Bro, what you
1.5 and a Druid.
we don't need to talk
So
about
you're gonna have a
that.
nice box coming in.
Bro, am I
Yeah,
getting
guys, Matt's
Friday's
had to wait
Druid?
this long for a Druid as well.
Dude, I'm super jacked up about the Druid. Am I getting Friday's drop or a secret?
Um, I got to test something out. I had one come back from a customer, which is perfect, like perfectly the way it should go. I haven't tested the yo-yo yet, but I'm gonna see if it's the bearing or the yo-yo that there was an issue with. So if that was just if it's the yo-yo issue, we'll see what happens. If I can get it fixed up.
Were
And
you
I
having
don't know what
QC
color it
issues
is.
with the Druid? Is that what happened?
So anytime we get those small rims, the QC is a little harder, where the yo-yo's smooth, but the rim is not like perfect. So you'll feel a little vibe on that rim, but the yo-yo's still smooth overall. Um, and I talked a lot about this on the live for the Loadout SR. You're gonna spin the Loadout SR, and on that outside rim, the outside, the cup side of the plastic, you're gonna feel some fingernail vibe. More than you probably have felt on your G2s at all. And the yo-yo itself, we talked about is smooth. So the whole catch zone, the aluminum body is going to be smooth no matter where you touch it. The catch zone of the plastic is smooth, but when you get thin and round that plastic, it's not always machined perfectly,
That's
like the
crazy.
way
Mine's
aluminum is. So
mine's dead smooth.
yeah, you're only going to notice it on the outside with your fingernail. When it's spinning on the end of the string, you'll never know. But that happens a little bit with the thin rimmed Druid and the original Herdsman. Um, yeah, so the Druid that gives you a little bit of intel that there's not a ton of rim weight in that stainless steel because it's a smaller stainless steel ring. Kind of gives that different play that the Druid has.
Excited. I'm excited to touch that thing. Me, I've been texting Big Mike, which Big Mike, I guess, texted me after I don't remember what episode, but he was like, "Bro, I got a Druid. You can play." Like, no, dude, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I know that something's gonna come.
Yeah, it just takes a tad bit of time to, like we just talked about. G2 is just different in the way I operate, good and bad.
But I'm very excited about the 1.5. I've been throwing the 1.5 all week in anticipation of seeing
Mhm.
these new colors,
we
and
we
I'm
could we could
I'm
talk about the 1.5 a little bit. Uh,
yeah.
I don't know if I went through and broke down the differences, but the spec differences aren't that big, right? It's pretty close. If you saw it on the table, you would just say Mongoose, right?
Right.
Um, Side by side, you'll notice the difference. In the hand, I notice the difference right away with the width. Even though it's not a huge
Yes.
number, you feel it. And then on the string, I just feel like it's a different yo-yo.
Yeah. I feel like you're going to get a completely different goose experience out of the 1.5. If you
Yeah,
take the specs and just flush them down your brain. Like you don't even need to hear them, you don't need them. Just take the yo-yo and play it and see if you like it better.
the it's different. So if you love the goose, you might not love the 1.5. Matt's not a good example of that. He loves the goose and the 1.5. But if you don't like the goose, you might love the 1.5. It just plays very differently on the string to me. And its specs are close enough. That's why I went 1.5. It's kind of like a little bridge until I get around to thinking about a new Mongoose, whatever it is, Mongoose 26, 27. But the 1.5, it's the first time I've ever done it. It's not an AL7 redesign. It's more than that, but I didn't think it was like an overhaul, full new model. It's like I don't know, like isn't there like cars that do like a half refresh?
I'm not sure.
So it's like
Probably.
a lot of things change, but it's still in the same body, which this would be a little bit different than that. But so they don't change the generation, but it's the refresh version. So that's probably closer to like what an AL7 is, but I don't know if I described that very well. It's a new yo-yo, but it's not a huge like it's not a whole new model, I guess, at some point.
Yeah, if you feel like you're playing a mongoose, I will tell you that. I mean, you're going to have that classic feel, but on the string, it's more powerful and it's just more enjoyable. I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Um, 1.5 or SS Proto.
SS Proto.
I haven't gotten the V2 in yet. I'm excited too, but I do like the SS Proto was kind of magical. Um,
I have never played a yo-yo and connected with it so fast. And I'm not just saying that because of the name. Like I'm saying the shape and the feel and the power that I got with it. I have never connected to a yo-yo quicker.
yeah, the 1.5 actually is kind of like right in the middle between that SS Proto and the Mongoose.
Yeah, it is. Good stuff.
But yeah,
Well, a
for
lot of goose. Well, people love the goose, bro. People love the goose.
no updates on the Pack Storm Mongoose.
Mm,
Usually I like this policy, no updates unless I got something to tell you. I don't like
sure.
saying it's in the same spot it was in. Um,
Well, I messaged you the other day and told you to tell the anodizer hi for me. Did you do that?
no, because I don't
Wow.
want someone to message you and then have you tell me that they said hi.
Message me.
Yeah.
No one's
Way down the
messaging
block, message you and said, "Hey, say hi to Jake for me." No, I just do
because
your
I
job.
will
He
immediately go to
knows.
our
They know
Discord
we're
conversation
waiting
and
on
say,
work. I try not to bother people when they're.
that's
I
fair,
mean, they
bro.
know they got bills to pay too. They'll get to me.
Yeah, dude, it's coming and we're excited. I mean, that's what really sucks though about this week. And I know you're not going to say it, so I will. You're shipping 80 today. You've probably shipped 200, I would assume, this week.
A big
And
shipment week.
but then you got though that's gonna be a tough week for you. Pack Storm Goose is gonna be a tough week for you.
Yeah. Is I mean, if it falls on Patreon week, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, so that I don't know.
We
I
never
don't know
talked
how
about
much we want
final
to talk
numbers,
about
but it's a lot of yo-yos.
business. Um, when you're the one man show, like doing all of it is hard. It's easy to ship one yo-yo, it's hard to ship whatever it is, 200 yo-yos. And then you have to add in the other aspects of the assembly, the testing and printing the shirts, setting up the labels, building the boxes. All those things really take a lot of time. Um, So and the that hurts the content side of things. So that's things that, I've been lacking in the Discord. I wish I could say I've been playing golf, but I haven't. I just been plowing away trying to knock these out. You know, I wanted to get them out last week, and I somehow always underestimate the time. I do personally. I'm the one that does it, and I underestimate the time it takes.
How many workhorses did you have? 200?
No, 100-ish. And I don't, I mean, I think we ordered like 120, but I think it was like maybe
Hey, man.
60 to 80 to ship.
Thank you for the workhorse. I'm excited for to play it and love it.
The workhorse is really good modern responsive. Like I need to play it versus the respawn a little bit to see where I think it ranks, but that's really, really good, especially for
Respawn
modern
is really,
responsive,
really
really
good
good.
too, though.
Um, yeah, that's what I mean. I want to play it back to back. I haven't played a respawn in so long. I do take my titanium one out every once in a while. I love the way that plays, but to play it next to the workhorse would be fun.
Yeah, it would. You're right. That's something. That's a video idea. That's a video idea.
You giving me work now, or
I'm
that's what
giving
you?
you work now. That's right.
No, I do. So content has backed up a little bit. Um, I've got to make the Druid video. Got to make the Mongoose 1.5 video, like just saying this is what it is, so that it lives out there for me to remember and for you guys to remember. Um, the workhorse video. So that's three
Yeah,
models
dude.
just right there that need videos produced on them
Yeah.
and shot and filmed. I have a G2 team video that everybody was nice enough to
How about
send their
that?
clips that I have to
Bro,
edit.
we forgot about that already. Don't
Well,
worry about it.
it stinks, right? I don't know. It hit at the perfect time to not be able
Maybe
to
that's
be done.
something I can help you with. I don't know you, but me and you have very different editing styles. So I don't know.
Um, then working on a Mike Druid video and then a couple other secret project videos, I would say, that are in the
Mhm.
works. Um, so the content is coming, but
Bro, business sounds rough running a yo-yo company. I don't think anybody wants to talk about it.
well, I'm also working for myself and get to run a yo-yo company. So you got to take the and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but what people aren't thinking about is the stuff that you're thinking in your head for 3 months down the road from now.
but I think that's with any business you have to be able to plan out and
But
I
your
wouldn't even
planning out's
say
never the same. It's something completely different, month after month.
yeah, and I think if you had one of these things that I had to focus on, I'd be a lot better at it. I think instead I'm a what do they say? You know, what's it saying? A master of none, but sufficient in all. Um,
I just, the more I learn about the business, the more I see of it, I wouldn't want to do it. I'm just being 100% honest with you. Like, I would
no, you
not
have to
want to
have a
do it.
different mindset to want like to put the effort in that it takes to try and do it as a full-time job.
Mm-mm, for sure.
But there's always the benefit here. I'm making yayos. That's what I do, and I get to be home with the kids more. I get to get them on the bus, off the bus. Um,
A lot of benefits to it. I know. And I know you love what you do. It's just, as an
the
outsider looking in, it's hard. It just seems hard.
yeah, it's hard, and the content, which is hard to explain to other people how important that is. I know how important it is, but it's still hard and to get motivated and put the work in because there's no direct benefit you see right away, right? There's no sales associated to a content that takes you 8 hours or whatever. Um, but over the long term, that's what people enjoy. I mean, it's just like filming this podcast, right? Matt
Yeah,
wakes up early. He doesn't get any direct benefit. There's nothing associated outside of the sponsorship. Um,
I guess. I'm just hanging. I mean, it's our friend. I don't, anyway, yeah, dude. 1.5, I'm excited. I'm already, I stole Rich's unicorn storm, so I probably need to send that back when you get mine to me, but you know how that goes.
I thought he didn't want it back.
He didn't, but bro, come on. You know, you know how it goes. He asked me for a favor that I produced in 2 seconds, and he goes, there's that goose for your payment.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You're not paid for the time. You're paid for the experience.
He's an absolute goober head. What's coming? What's coming? What color is that Pack Storm Goose? Or not Pack Storm? What color is that Mystery 1.5?
I'm gonna have to save that for next week. Um, just because it hasn't showed up yet, so I want it to remain a mystery. But I like it. I think a lot of people will like
It
it.
hasn't shown up yet.
No,
Oh my God.
I think the first day that any of them shipped was yesterday.
Oh, I see what you're. Oh, I thought you meant you were still waiting on them in the mail.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Um, I got a special Masters yo-yo we're gonna drop, and then we got to drop Friday of the Druid.
Okay, I'm excited about the Masters yo-yo. I would like to. I want to see what route you go on that. That's fun.
Um, it's a little prototype of a. It's called the Rescue. I guess we'll just talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm not exactly sure when the Masters this is gonna happen, but you guys know about it now. But it's a little bit of a th slim line, and you see those grooves?
Yeah, I can't help but see them.
Those grooves represent the grooves on a golf club.
Wow. Let's
So,
see the
and then
cup.
on the
Oh,
inside, you have the contours of a fairway and green, all the different elevation changes.
bro, that's different.
So this is a little prototype. I've thought about, making a little spike in here for a like a flag or something. But I don't know what's going to happen with it. But we got the Masters green prototype on the Rescue. It's a really fun, slim yo-yo.
I think that's going to be a fun play. Those lines remind me a lot of the carbine, obviously, but it looks like times 10
This isn't actually going to help you, I guess, huh? It's not like super thin, but it's thin.
loadout. I like the rounded rims too. I really think that's going to be a more enjoyable yo-yo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any idea the plans for it, but
That
um,
looks fun, bro.
we'll drop the prototype and then I'll decide down the road what production looks like. This might be the first in a series that I've talked about for just the limited shipments, where they're all like engraved 1 to 100, and that's
Oh,
one of those
nice.
shipments, and that's all there is. Um, just trying to maintain some extra special, like you can't do it every single month, but you're going to get good stuff, but then a little bit of extra pizzazz every once in a while for the members that are, buying a yo-yo every month, not knowing what's coming.
That's fair. That's sweet, dude. I hope that turns into a Patreon shipment so I can get one because that's sweet.
And hopefully blue,
I don't care
water
what
water
color it
hazard
is.
blue.
I don't care what color it is, but yeah,
Yeah.
water hazard blue.
Uh-huh.
Water hazard blue sounds like the best name.
Bunker tan. Um, this
Bunker
is
tan. Oh
Masters
shit.
green. What
We're
else do we
bringing the
got?
soy color back.
Uh-huh. No, it's gonna be softer. It's gonna be like Augusta's beautiful
Bro,
white
that's
sand.
that's something that we have skipped over. This is the second week in a row. Toys been in, and you hadn't been able to talk about that either.
So that's on the content train too. I need to make the toy video. Some of those did ship out if I remembered who ordered one with then packages that I had been sending out this week. But no, those will be going out very soon. I just have to send invoices for shipping. Those were like prepaid pre-order, I think. Um,
Dude, I'm so excited to get my soy. Thank you, Trevor, for getting my customs this month.
the Oh, did you get a toy?
I got a soy.
A soy. Oh, custom. Got you.
Yeah.
Customs.
Bro, yeah. See that I mean that's why I feel bad. I mean, dude, obviously like I've wanted a druid for since episode 14, but I mean I understand it just doesn't work like that. And plus when you really think about what you're doing every day, I mean,
That's
if I
hey.
if I had me as a player on your team and I was in your shoes, I'd be like, F off, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't say anything.
That's a complete lie. You used to, but now you do.
Um, but yeah. So I don't know. We're getting close to a little bit of slowdown, but right now I think just everything hit same time for whatever reason. So,
No. I
but the
wish I could
Druid is
come up and
special.
help you, dude. I really wish you had some help, man.
it might not be the same then, right? Or it might just be better. I don't know. But
Yeah. I
I
meant
don't
like
also don't
past
like managing
QC.
people.
Past QC. Well, see, that's why. Yeah, I know. It's not gonna work out. I understand.
And then, well, yeah, just right now, if somebody has an issue with something for QC, I know it was on me. I can say, hey, I
Oh
pushed
no, I'm
out for
saying
that.
past QC. It would be nice for you to have help.
Right, but then I'm so like I posted in Discord that video of the semi dropping off yo-yos, yo-yo factory yo-yos at
Oh yeah, I
Disney.
saw that. Yeah.
I'm like, that reminds me how small I am. As much as I feel like I'm growing and like this is like max capacity, I'm like, that is crazy numbers of yo-yos. Um,
So on that scale, I've been to back in the day. I went to Flambeau. I mean, I can't tell you how much more product than that just
well,
sitting on
that
the
was just shipped to
shelves.
one store. So
I know
Dunkin'
that's
is
crazy,
shipping to all different stores, right? So it's insane.
crazy, dude,
And I don't
crazy.
know how Dunkin' works. Do they, so they can have the factory shipped directly to the stores because they're all assembled, prepackaged, put in those boxes. You see the size of the boxes. It says contains, whatever it was, 24 gold miracles, 24 black miracles, and
Yeah.
shipped directly to the storefront. Um, it's just, scaled at a different level where I'm saying, you're like, if you could get somebody to help you ship, but I'm like, how would that even work? Like, who's going to come work for
Who's gonna come in your house
two,
that you
two
trust around
hours,
your kids?
2 hours a couple times a week? You know what I mean?
Right. It's
Or
not plausible. I understand.
probably 4 hours twice a week.
It's
It's
not plausible.
just a weird situation. Like you need,
I need to move to Ohio. I need to get a job up there, which, in what I work in, there's probably a pretty good chance that people are committing crimes up there. And then number three, I could be your part-time employee.
hmm
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with grease. I won't bother G2 Steph. I will walk right past her. Okay. I will walk right past her to the office.
I mean, I don't know. There's so much. Like I think, I don't know. We're in a spot that is just different than most. I think Caribou Lodge tried this at one point. Chris quit his job, was running it, hired Jensen and Chuck, and that was like the heyday, right? Like I would say the prime season for Caribou.
Oh my God. I
And there are
remember.
some banger videos they made out of that little office space. So it would be awesome for G2 to have an office space like that. Um, and then you also see like then it reversed back, right? So it's kind of like
Yeah.
who knows what will happen. Um, and I mean, I don't know that anybody else has a Jensen or Chuck like that, but I don't have a Jensen or Chuck right here. So like you said, I need that Matt Mullins up here, but
Well, I mean, were they together or did they all move together? That's something I'm wondering. Or were they just so happened to be in the same town?
I think I think they might have all been right there in the same town.
Gotcha.
Got to
Oh,
clean that lens.
yeah, bro. My lens is trash.
All right, hey,
But
we
anyway,
are crushing it. We'll see how many people make it to the end of this video.
no one, I don't, is anybody gonna make
I think
it?
so. I think we're the most entertaining people in Yo-Yo. We're the only
What's
people
up,
doing this
John
every week.
Conley? What's up, Dabs? I'm just joking. No, I know. I mean, dude, I don't know. I'm thankful to be here with you for real. I
You gonna
consider
leave
you a friend.
you gonna leave me hanging? Friendship
No,
on three?
dog, I ain't leaving you hanging. One, two,
Friendship on
three.
1, 2, 3. Friendship.
Friendship, dog. Love y'all.
Peace, love, chicken grease.
Peace, peace, love, Pack Storm Geese. Bye.